Hey guys, it's Friday, and I don't know what it was because I went to bed, the sofa actually. I went to the sofa feeling fine, and then I woke up and I felt okay, and I took a shower, and suddenly, like the worst, I just felt so awful, and I thought about, because right where I am right now, because I'm in North Hollywood. Oh, sorry guys, my eyes are dry. Where I live in North Hollywood, my commute to work is an hour, and half of that hour is spent on my feet. And I just thought about it, and then I thought about sitting in at work, working on what I work on, and oh my god, I could not do it. Could not. Thinking about it made me feel bad. And it was the weirdest combination of symptoms. I might get a little TMI in a bit, but considering only like 20 of you guys watched the last one, literally I'm not too worried about it. But so like I felt nauseous, which is never a good thing. And I also had, like, I didn't have a headache, but I felt nauseous. I felt kind of dizzy and weak. Not too dizzy, it was like dizzy and nauseous are kind of the same thing. But I felt really bad in my stomach. Oh my god, I felt it was like bloated and gas and cramps at the same time. And like I had my period maybe 2 weeks ago. So when I got the nauseous thing, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm not pregnant. Because I feel like anytime a girl, regardless of whether she's pregnant or not, if a girl feels like she's gonna throw up in the morning, almost 99% guarantee, I'm pretty sure the first thing they think is, oh my god, is this morning sickness? Like, if any ladies who are watching this, please tell me if this is the first thing you think or not, because every time I do, like, I could be on my period, and if I feel nauseous in the morning and like I have to throw up, I'm like, oh my god, is this morning sickness? It's like a constant fear for the female sex. So men, be glad that's not the first thing you have to worry about. Though I guess if like you hear your girlfriend throwing up in the bathroom in the morning, you probably worry about that too. But yeah, so I was nauseous, bloating, had cramps, had gas, felt really weak in general. Like standing made me just feel, it was, honestly, it felt like a really bad hangover. And I've felt this before maybe once or twice, because I've only had 2 really bad hangovers, and it exactly felt like that, but I didn't even go drinking last night. So I have not had alcohol since last Saturday. But, and then I didn't even have a hangover from that one that was that bad. It was like, it lasted maybe an hour, and it was not nearly as bad as this one. And like I had no appetite, I didn't want to drink anything, I didn't want to eat anything, I just felt awful. Oh my goodness. So I called in sick to work because it was just like, I felt a little bad because a part of me thought maybe this is just gas, but it was just the worst. It was so bad. I felt awful. I'm like, I can't even make the commute. How am I gonna make it at work? So I texted them, they're like, oh, that's okay, that's fine. My work people are really chill. And then I went on the couch to go sleep. And like an hour later, I woke myself up, or I didn't really fall, I don't remember if I fell asleep or not, but like I remember waking up and like I felt something that felt like it was gonna be, gas coming out, but then like, oh my god, it was not. Like I ran to the bathroom as fast as I could. That shit was not gonna wait. And this is where it's gonna get TMI. But literally, it felt like I was pissing out my asshole. And like, it didn't hurt, but it felt like it sounded like just, a guy pissing like that. There's a very distinct sound for when a guy does it versus when a girl does it, I think. But like, it sounded like that, and it felt like it was coming out the wrong end. Oh my god, it was so gross. I didn't even look down. I just flushed, and then it just kept going. And like I said, it wasn't painful. It was just pissing out your asshole. And that's so gross. And then while I'm sitting there, like I suddenly felt this really strong urge to throw up. So I like grabbed the trash can. So I like sitting on the toilet Well, shit is coming out, and then like I'm scared shit's gonna come out the other end. I just had this horrible image of me with just shit coming out both ends. I was like, oh my god. But I didn't end up throwing up. I dry heaved a little bit, but nothing came out, so that was okay. But I did feel like horribly nauseous. So then that was done, and I haven't had an emergency like that since. But it made me realize, like, if I had gone to work, it was within an hour of me calling in, like, I would have been in the middle of my commute. And that would have been so bad. Oh my god. It's just imagining it. It would have been awful. But yeah, so that was my morning, and then after that I just conked out for like 2 hours, literally dead to the world and whatnot. And I woke up and I was still kind of like, honestly, it's like a really bad hangover where it affects your stomach. Like, that's what it feels like. I'm just so queasy and it's not feeling too good. I'm feeling okay now, but it was at the point where like even checking my email on my iPod was like making me feel sick. It was bad. It was awful. So yeah, I don't know what it was. I was looking it up and I thought maybe it's food poisoning. I don't know what it would be from because I didn't eat anywhere new yesterday. Like, I ate at this place that I always go to for lunch and I got the same things. I don't know if it was like a fluke from that or if it was my dinner last night. And like, this is gonna sound really sad, but I'm like cleaning out my fridge. So for dinner I had like spam and rice, but I've had that before and like I've never gotten sick from that before. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just something I caught or if maybe it was something with the food. It's like I didn't throw anything up yet. It was just a horrible bowel movement. So I'm not sure. Look like, if I like tuck my hair in, I look like those old classic movie hairdos. Like, oh, Annabelle, go get the cows. I don't know what kind of accent that is. There's like a southern cows. I don't know. I used to be able to do southern accent, but I haven't lived in North Carolina in years. Literally. So it's gone. It's lost to me. Or like those old school like Korean drama things with like the big hair. I don't know. But yeah, I've just been laying here. But no, apparently there's an earthquake this morning at like 1 in the morning. And like I didn't even know it had happened. Because I went to sleep probably around 11:40 midnight-ish. So I went to sleep, and just when I sleep, I think I'm a pretty heavy sleeper. Like, it takes me a little bit to fall asleep sometimes, but once I'm out, like, I am out. You have to like shake me to wake me up, or there has to be like a fire alarm, and even then the fire alarm takes a little bit, I think, to wake me up. Like, I've slept through my alarm clocks. The alarm has to be right next to my ear for me to hear it and wake up. I am dead to the world, basically, if I'm sleeping. It has to be something really loud. And earthquake, like I felt an earthquake before when I was on the East Coast, and there's that big East Coast earthquake. And it was noticeable, but I feel like if you're not paying attention, you're not, because I didn't even realize it was an earthquake until like 2 seconds before it stopped. But yeah, there was an earthquake here, not very far from where I live apparently, and it was like a 5.2 magnitude, and it happened at 1 in the morning. But I did not even know about it. Like, I went on Facebook and everyone was talking about an earthquake, and I was like, oh, this happened where I should have been able to feel it, but I didn't feel it. I guess I just slept right through that one. But funny story, I asked my boyfriend if he felt the earthquake. And he was like, I think I might have. He told me, because he went to sleep about an hour earlier than I did. And he told me that he thought he might have felt it, but he woke up around that time because of a nightmare. And his nightmare is scary as hell. It was like, I asked him, I said, what was your nightmare? And sometimes he remembers, sometimes he doesn't. But this time he did. I was not prepared. He said, I dreamed that the Exorcist Girl was whispering in my ear. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard because of how horrible that sounds. That's so scary. you imagine that as your nightmare? Like the Exorcist Girl is like whispering in your ear. Like would she be facing that way and like this way, and her head is like turned completely wrong, or I don't know. Oh my god, it's so creepy, so scary. So they told me that was his nightmare. I'm laughing because it's so scary, but also kind of random. But anyways, and he said that was his nightmare, and he woke up and he was shaking. He was like, but I don't know if I was shaking because of the dream or because of the earthquake. But yeah, so that was his story of maybe he felt the earthquake and maybe he didn't. So it sounds like a really, like that's a really scary dream. Like I would probably cry. But yeah. If you heard that, that was my stomach thinking. But yeah, we're at the 10-minute mark. We'll probably edit this. Yeah, right now I'm kind of low-key extremely stressed out because department people still haven't gotten back to me on whether my application's approved, and like TJ's all agreed it's gonna be fine. My friend John was like, it's gonna be fine, everything's gonna be fine. And I'm still like freaking out because I don't want to assume, because I've assumed things before and then it bites me in the ass. So I don't want to do that, but it's just stressing me out so much. I just want to think everything's gonna be fine. Yeah. Oh, with my bed deconstruction last night, I was taking it apart and then it got to a point where I thought, I don't want a broken toe. So I'm gonna wait till I have a second person here to help me hold it. It's because when you're putting things together, I feel like it's easier if you do it by yourself. If you're taking it apart, especially this bunk bed where, I don't know, it just felt a bit dangerous. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait till I have someone else here to at least hold and support stuff so nothing falls. So it's not that I'm worried about the damage if it falls. I just hate the sound it's gonna make because it's just wood, and it's gonna be wood on wood. It's gonna be so loud and I'm going to hate it. So, yeah. Yeah. Plus the last thing I need is a broken toe. It's the very last. The extreme last thing I need is a broken toe.